Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay/wool tutorial. We will create the fireball from Clash Royale. To be completely honest with you guys, I had no idea how to create the fireball, so I decided to start with the stand first. We start with some green and we are mixing some darker green. This will be for the tiles which are on the floor and which can be seen on the ground in each level of Clash Royale. Then you need just some wire. I'm using aluminum wire for that, but we will assemble that later. Let's make a thin layer of the darker green, and well, it fits perfectly on top of the brighter green, and now we can start cutting all the tiles we need. We need 5 tiles in total, so start placing them on the brighter green. And you get this characteristic pattern for Clash Royale. Well, at least for the floor. I'm using this tool, but you can also just take a toothpick for that. And now we can assemble the wire and the clay, and it gives this great stand, which also can be used for other creations as well. This is the Inferno Dragon I created. Check out the tutorial if you haven't. Okay, now we need a lot of wool, but as a preparation, before you start creating with white wool, there's dirt on your hand from the green clay, so let's wash our hands first. And now we can go on with clean hands. This is a white ball, and now we will make a very thin layer of yellow wool, and we will wrap it around, and it already looks just amazing. I really love this wool effect. Now we will also add a red layer of wool, but only in the back side, not at the front. But well, you can just work on some details, the fire details. Now we need some brown or black or darker gray wool. It also depends on the colors which you can find to purchase. I will include a link into the description. Now the stand comes into the oven. And meanwhile, we can prepare the tiny details, the sparks from the fireball. So just make tiny white pellets out of the white wool. And we will add just a few hair of yellow to each of these tiny pearls. So be careful about that. I think I created about 10 of these sparks. And after that, for some of them, I decided to take 3 sparks. We will also add just some red wool. And also the last one. And now to get this nice color gradient, which can be seen at the big fireball, we will just use a black pen. Okay, now the stand is freshly baked, and we can stick the fireball onto the stand, onto the wire. Just use some glue for that. I'm using my super glue for that. Already looks great, I think, although it's just some wool. And now we will place all these tiny details, these tiny sparks, right onto the big fireball. I think there is in the game itself, well, you have the spell, the fireball, and of course you have the wizard. who was throwing some tiny fireballs, but I think that's it. Or did I miss any card which has anything to do with a fireball? I don't know. We are gluing these color gradient sparks onto a very thin wire, and we will place it right into the bigger fireball, so to get just some distance to the bigger one. Oh, already looks fantastic, I think, but we can still improve on that by just coloring and painting the thin wire. I decided to paint it orange, but you can also just go yellow or even red. And after the color dried, we can glue these sparks into the fireball. Almost finished, just placing the last ones, and then, and finally, I think that's it. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial where I used a lot of wool, well, I think these are all my creations where I use some wool, so check out this tutorial for example. This is Donkey Kong with the backpack rocket, the jetpack. Give it a shot, use different kinds of materials cause it is really worth it. And I guess that's it for today. Now I will play with all these creations. Donkey Kong will climb onto the back of the Inferno Dragon and they are flying to Charizard. Okay, thanks for watching and hope to see you next week. Bye. Oh no! Whoa!